tonight.
What them two criminals did, they leave a hole in my heart.
And tonight, a Fox 4 exclusive interview with the family of a young man found dead in Lehigh Acres. What we know about the circumstances around Damari's death. Plus, a look at the border tonight as a COVID-era restriction ends and a surge of migrants flock to ports of entries. What the influx means for us right here in our state of Florida.
Live from Southwest Florida, this is Fox 4 News at 10.
Thank you so much for joining us for Fox 4 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Elise Chingari. Right now, we continue to follow a wildfire north of Daniels Parkway. Throughout the day, crews with the South Trail Fire District says they've been working to try and contain this fire. So the fire has been moving closer to homes, but nowhere near a threat to homes or roadways. The Florida Forest Service is working to put a line around the wildfire, which is around 5 acres and difficult to get access to. Now let's head right over to Charlotte County as the Florida Forest Service says their crews in the Charlotte County Fire Department, well, they're working to try to contain a wildfire. It started this afternoon. Fox 4 reached out to the fire department. They say it's 95% contained right now and notes the fire is in a pretty difficult area to access. It's near the mouth of the Myakka River. Currently, it's covering 25 acres. So let's bring in our Fox 4 meteorologist, Andrew Shipley, right now, because Andrew, you're also a certified wildland firefighter, and you can kind of walk us through these challenges these crews might be facing as they work to contain this fire.
You know, Elise, the other things that we've been seeing lately is not as much of the rain yet. We haven't quite transitioned ourselves into the rainy season, and we're still seeing counties, say Lee County, Sarasota, DeSoto County, still in that critically dry category there in terms of our soil moisture, and very dry in places like Collier, Henry, and Charlotte County. So we need some rain around here. We just haven't had that yet. But the other thing I'll be watching as we move in towards your Monday is some gustier winds to go along with those drier conditions out there. So if we do get a spark, well, that could carry those flames a little more erratically, especially when you get some lower humidities, especially about midday, down about 30-35%. That's that critical threshold that we watch for wildfires there. But the good news I do have is there is some rain in the forecast. We're looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now that could make for some erratic winds, which makes things a little bit more dangerous for fighting those fires. But we all know that rain at the end of the day is going to help shut off our dry season, Elise.
Andrew, thank you so much. Tonight, we also continue to track the Sandy wildfire that was caused by a lightning strike. That wildfire is still burning over in the Big Cypress National Preserve. It's now reaching almost 20,000 acres, and it's only 45% contained. Due to less intensity and being able to contain more of that fire, fire managers have downgraded that level 2 evacuation to now a level 1 evacuation. So what does this mean? Well, this means that residents affected are simply advised to remain aware and maintain defensible space around their home. Officials say the plan for tomorrow is using ground and air resources to hold and try to contain more of that wildfire. Their goal is to have full containment by this upcoming Thursday, May 18th. As we know, more than 160 firefighters have been working 16-hour shifts to try to contain this fire.
We are hoping to contain it more and more every day, but our primary concern is safety of the firefighters and the public, so we will go as quickly and as safely as we need to.
Florida Highway Patrol wants you to keep in mind that when you are driving through the areas of US 41, to drive with your lights on low beam, slow down, and use your wipers and defrosters to increase visibility. Today, for the first time, we are hearing from the family of the 21-year-old Lehigh Acres man, Damari Ali, who was reported missing, and his remains were found last week. Lee County Sheriff's Office made an arrest of 2 males and say it's all connected to a drug deal gone bad. Fast forward to today, and Ali's family is speaking to our Fox 4's Brianna Brownlee exclusively. And Bree, his family hopes that people can learn from this story.
Yes, Lise, after speaking with Damari's mother, brother, father, and stepfather, they all are just in a whirlwind. His mother explained to me the last time she saw her son was after they celebrated his birthday just a week before he went missing. She was out of town for work when she received the call that no mother wants to receive.
Let me just throw him up like it's a piece of trash.
Completely heartbroken and angry after finding out her youngest of 2 sons, 21-year-old Damari Ali, was killed and his body was dumped in this Lehigh Acres neighborhood. Carolyn Johnson and Damari's father, Answorth Ali, just wants to know why.
With them two criminals did, they leave a hole in my heart that nobody could fulfill.
Damari's older brother, Darius Norman, says since his baby brother is gone, his purpose in life went with him.
The boy used to come with me everywhere. They called him a Karate Kid. He was always with me everywhere.
According to the Lee County Sheriff's Office, Damari was reported missing after they found his car abandoned in Lehigh. And days later, the unfortunate news was revealed.
When I eat now, I have to eat like I'm swallowing medicine. How do you live and try to eat like you have to swallow medicine?
Wednesday, Damari and his stepfather, Kelso Barrett, were working on Damari's car. They later went inside to get something to eat. But later, Kelso noticed that Damari was gone.
Opened up the garage door, the car was gone, and that's not like him, you know, just to bounce out like that, you know.
So he said, well, the car's not out there. I said, the car's not out there. Look at Damari's location. I said, well, Damari's home.
Carolyn was all the way in Wyoming for work when she received the news that no mother wants to hear, and quickly came home to meet a community that was rallying behind her family to conduct multiple search parties.
It's like a needle in a haystack, you know, but I was all through the woods. You hit me.
LCSO says Damari was robbed during what the department called a drug deal gone wrong. And since it's early in the investigation, LCSO still hasn't released exactly what was taken from Damari or what drugs were involved.
Because we all make mistakes. We get a chance to, whatever mistake we made in our life, to do it over. Did he get a second chance? That second chance wasn't offered to him.
20-year-old Cameron Williams and 18-year-old Darian Howard are now facing second-degree murder. And Damari's family tells me what hurts the most is that Damari knew the suspected killers.
I want them to get the needle.
I hope they rot in hell. And I mean it from the depths of my soul. Those mothers, the two that's in there now, even though they're in jail right now, their mothers can go see them.
There are still many questions surrounding this investigation, but Damari's family is praying that their loss is a lesson.
The younger kids have that love and don't make the same mistake that he made. So his example have to help other people.
While sending a thank you to the community that spent days searching for Damari.
I thank God. What's the sheriff's name?
Carmen Marcino.
Okay, him. I thank God that his people, the police and everything and stuff, they found my son so I could put my son to rest. You get me, to put my son to rest.
You heard Damari's mom thank LCSO, but the family also tells me they can't thank the community enough, especially the Lehigh Acres community that came together and searched for days for Damari. Now, Damari was born in North Carolina, and his family is trying to get him back home. So they have started a GoFundMe page. If you'd like to check that out, it's on this website right now. In studio, Brianna Brownlee, Fox 4.
Thank you so much for that story, Bree. Now, 2 people are in police custody in Northport tonight after a shooting that happened this morning near Cincinnati Street and Boca Chica Avenue. Police say 1 person was injured and had to be airlifted to a hospital. And the 2 people involved, well, they were found several minutes after that shooting happened. Police say they tracked them down at the 7-Eleven on Toledo Blade Boulevard. Police say there's no threat to you, the community, but they are working to get more information about that incident. Fox 4 will be following this story. We'll bring you more updates on air and online. Meanwhile, in Punta Gorda, police are looking into a suspicious death. This happened at the Seven Palms apartment complex. Police say it happened last night, and they're still working to gather more information. They say it was an isolated incident. Of course, Fox 4 will continue to bring you more details as they become available. Meanwhile, also, U.S. Border Patrol agents have encountered more than 1.3 million migrants in fiscal year 2023. The expiration of Title 42 is expected to lead to a further surge. A senior Customs and Border Protection official says agents could face an average of 12,000 to 14,000 illegal immigrants daily. The numbers reveal a daily in custody average of more than 23,000. The Border Patrol's deputy chief says without new measures, more than 45,000 migrants could be in custody by the end of May. Well, with the ending of Title 42, we wanted to check on how operations in South Florida might be affected. Reporter Sofia Hernandez checked in with an immigration attorney over in Key West to see how migrants are doing.
Here on Florida 24 Network, we shared with you multiple stories on the surge in migrant landings in the Florida Keys. Border Patrol states that since October, they have encountered close to 5,000 migrants in South Florida. As of late, that number has gotten smaller, but it may not last for long.
We are positioning ourselves to be prepared in case there are influxes or increases that happen.
Immigration expert Amanda Velasquez spoke to me over the phone. She says with the ending of Title 42, there are legal pathways for those trying to come to the U.S., like President Joe Biden's parole program announced at the start of this year that allows Cubans, Venezuelans, Haitians, and Nicaraguans to enter the U.S. if they have an eligible sponsor. But because there's already a high volume at the southwest border, those who don't have sponsors may resort to old ways.
People are looking for, another way that they think might be more accessible to get in, right? So if we're all of a sudden going to see some much more stricter asylum rules at the border, then I can anticipate that the numbers will increase, especially for our Cuban and Haitian migrants, which is what we normally see.
Velasquez says the majority of migrants in Florida come through the southwest border, but choose to reside in our state. She says it's no coincidence Governor Ron DeSantis signed recent legislation increasing penalties for those who knowingly hire or transport undocumented migrants in the state. The governor and other supporters say action is needed to fight what he calls Biden's border crisis. But Velasquez says clients are already worried.
Sophia, I can't tell you, I have had probably, maybe just in the last 3 days, probably like 300 phone calls from clients, current clients, or their family members or other folks. Just everybody's very scared. A lot of people just thinking, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of Florida because I don't know what's going to happen. And that is the point.
Velasquez says those who do decide to come illegally by maritime avenues will face these same measures as those at the southwest border, like being put through expedited removal proceedings and becoming ineligible for asylum. She says those who have applications pending should not be afraid. However, those who have not secured an attorney or have not been inspected by immigration officials should seek legal counsel. Velasquez says with Title 42 removed and Title 8 in effect, her concerns now lie with DeSantis' new measures. She's worried how local officials will be able to observe and understand someone's immigration status while also enforcing the law. It takes effect July 1st. Sophia Hernandez, Florida 24 Network.
Fox 4 is following the border surge as migrants continue to flood port cities. We'll, of course, bring you more updates on air and online. Well, still ahead here on Fox 4 News at 10, a Florida girl is sharing her story after she lived through a shark attack. We'll learn more about the size of that shark and some safety tips for those of you heading to the beach. Andrew?
And well, it was another hot day. Maybe that's why you wanted to go to the beach, though. But 93 degrees Naples, 1 degree shy of record-setting temperatures. How close will we be tomorrow? I'll tell you that coming up.
On to developing news tonight as water is out for homes in mid-Cape Coral. Fox 4 can confirm that the water is off for residents on Country Club Boulevard from Veterans Boulevard to Nicholas Parkway, as well as Academy Road. We're still working to learn more about what caused the break, but we can confirm that the city plans to issue a boil water notice as soon as the leak is contained. And as we know, today is Mother's Day. We here at Fox 4, well, we want to celebrate you, all of our moms. So let's get to those pictures. Let's take a look at my mom. This is Ann and Ed. This is from last week when I was commencement speaker at the University of Toledo. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. She's the mom of 3 children, grandmother to 5 great-grandchildren. We love all of them so much. Here's Andrew Shipley and his mom. They were at a concert, and this is a recent cruise that they took. Let's get right over to Brianna Brownlee and her mom there as well. And now we want to go right to Fox 4 meteorologist Andrew Shipley, because it was a nice day for moms out there. Again, we love them all so much, and it was a beautiful day to celebrate them.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't get much rain for the damn party celebrations. We need some rain, though, but it was pretty humid out there. It's still dealing with that humidity at this point in time. We're on the muggy meter sitting at humid at this time with dew points about 70 degrees for us. But take a look across the Caloosahatchee. Still not a bad night for us at this time, as we are looking at relatively clear skies for us, though I do expect anywhere from looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies through the overnight hours for us. But looking ahead, though, we are looking at again more and more of those rainier chances over the next couple of days that we do need, so that is fortunate in that regard of things. But as for temperatures here, looking at 80 degrees Punta Gorda, Cape Coral, Fort Myers at this time, 80 down in Naples as well as in Golden Gate. So it is still a very warm night for us, though we're not tracking any shower chances here tonight like we did see the last couple of days where we had those storms just off of Collier County there. So in terms of the next couple hours, we do expect temperatures to continue to cool about 73 degrees here as you get in towards the 4 o'clock hour. I think we bottom out to about 71 degrees here. That's going to be right around daybreak for you there tomorrow. But as for temperatures tomorrow, well, going to be on the toasty side again. 93 degrees in Fort Myers, 94 Punta Gorda, how about 90 in Naples for you tomorrow afternoon. So again, warm day. We're also expecting partly sunny to mostly sunny skies through the midday hour, but as you get into the afternoon, that's when we start to watching the chance for maybe an isolated shower or 2 inland, and then the focus will shift up along I-75. You can see 4 o'clock watching down in Collier County, and then the threat shifts north as we get towards 6, 7 o'clock. So just in time for the evening commute tomorrow. So you do want to plan according for that. Stay weather aware as we get in towards the afternoon hours, as it could slow you down. Make sure you have that umbrella handy as well. Now, looking ahead, though, in terms of how much rain we could expect, well, some of us isolated amounts upwards of about an inch or 2. So watching those heavier downpours for that potential. Now, as for what we can expect, well, get an inch or 2 of rain. Well, that's going to be very helpful in terms of that drought index, sitting anywhere from moderate to severe drought still across southwest Florida. We need, again, that rain in a bad way. Check out the latest deficit, anywhere from 3 to almost 6.5 inches below normal since the start of the year. Only just a couple hundredths of an inch in the bucket in Fort Myers. So again, needed rain, hopefully, fingers crossed, the next couple of days in the forecast for us as we keep those scattered storms Monday, Tuesday. Now, backs off a little bit on Wednesday, Thursday, as we're still looking at still a few showers in the forecast. But another notice thing here, 90s pretty much each and every day, keeping those above normal temperatures in the forecast, Elise.
Andrew, thank you so much. Well, still ahead, the debt ceiling debate continues, and a new study says more and more Americans are concerned about the future of our country's finances. What solutions lawmakers have proposed.